Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' Bass TV for another episode of Foodie Fishing Fridays. Today's video, we're going to be in Denver, hitting some of my favorite metro area fisheries. We'll stop by a local burger joint that's been around since 1963, and then we'll hit a new spot in the Rhino District serving up old school soda shop treats. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Foodie Fishing Fridays. Today, we're going to be in the city of Denver. This is where I was born. A lot of awesome spots to fish here right in the heart of downtown for multiple different species. You've got the Platte River, which is very popular amongst fly fishermen and traditional anglers. And then you've got spots outside of the city like Confluence Park, where we'll be starting this morning. This is a cool little spot right outside the city where you can chase multiple different species of fish. Great for bass fishing in particular. A lot of cool features here like this floating bridge in the corner that provides a lot of shade cover in the summer, and in the past we've caught some decent bass here over the 5-pound mark. We've got a lot of reeds and tules that surround the entire lake, a lot of vegetation, great for summertime bass fishing. And as this transition starts to happen this last couple of days with those cooler overnight temps, those bass that are out in the low light hours feeding aggressively will start to recess back to areas like this shade line parallel to the bank. And just like that, did not take us very long at all to get our first fish of the day right on the perimeter of where that shade cover meets the sunlight, and we got about a 2.5-pound bass on that bluegill swim jig. So not a bad start to the day at all. Definitely take that one, and that's why this is one of my favorite smaller bodies of water in the metro area, especially for bass. Got that guy back out in the water from there, headed to another favorite spot of mine, which is Washington Park. This is another one of my favorite spots in Denver when it comes to bass fishing. Despite the fact that it's highly pressured because it's right in the heart of the city, it's a clearer water fishery for the most part. Pretty decent visibility, but a ton of vegetation as well, providing a lot of cover for these bass. And today, since we're getting into that fall transition and those bass that were out an hour ago feeding aggressively in the morning are now starting to pull to that shade cover because the sun is starting to show its face, we're gonna work those soft plastics weightless in between those open lanes between the grass beds, and that's exactly what we did here. Drew this guy out of that weed bed, came up and hit that natural earthworm colored swim bait, and that's number 2 for the day. For lunch, we decided to go with a spot suggested by one of our subscribers, which is Grandpa's Burger Haven off of Federal. It's actually been around since 1963. Ate here a lot when I was a kid, although my favorite burger spot was Tammy's up by Lakeside. Very similar spot if you've ever been to Tammy's, Jim's, or Grandpa's. Massive burgers, 50s, 60s style classics, burgers, fries, all that good stuff. So next time you're in Denver, definitely make sure you stop off at Grandpa's Burger Haven. After that, we stopped off at Confluence Park, where the South Platte River runs right through the heart of downtown. And whether you're a traditional angler or a fly fisherman, there's something for everyone here. You can catch carp, trout, or bass. Now, traditionally, I catch the smallmouth in more calmer waters and catch more trout here in these rapids. But as you can see, that little baby smallmouth came up and just barely popped off of that segmented jerkbait. Just throwing that same jerkbait here a while back, we caught a 23.5-inch rainbow. As you can see, very decent sized fish, especially to be caught right here in the heart of downtown, but absolutely rugged battle scars on this guy because of the waters that he lives in. But considering the fact that this is also a really popular spot for people to come in the summertime to cool down, very decent sized fish for this area. When it comes to catching smallmouth in the river, typically you're gonna find them in deeper, calmer pockets of water where the current's moving slower. One of my go-tos for river smallies is a shallow diving square bill, which this one came up and absolutely hammered in less than 3 feet of water. They always put up a hell of a fight. One of the reasons I love fishing for smallies in the South Platte. Of course, no Foodie Fishing Friday would be complete without satisfying that sweet tooth, so we made one final stop at Sherry's Soda Shop, 27th and Welton in Denver, where they've got a very cool 40s and 50s soda shop vibe going on here. The owner actually named the establishment after his grandmother, Sherry, who there are pictures of on the wall. They've got massive ice cream sandwiches. Of course, I had to go with that classic vanilla malt, which was amazing. These guys really took care of us. Make sure you stop and see them next time you're in Denver. And that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification bell to stay up to date with our new videos and giveaways. If you you guys have any suggestions on places we should visit in future episodes of Foodie Fishing Fridays, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Until next time, I'm D with Kickin' Bass TV.
Subscribe!